me, Karthik? Yeah, okay. So, yeah. So, so in this project, I mean, I don't intend to take a lot of time. It's just going to be a very quick intro sort of into this. So, this project one is on this Pac-Man game itself, but you don't have these ghosts. Okay, it's about the search problem and the various algorithms that you will see. Okay, so here they have a very nice set of systematic instructions. Okay, so you can go through this, I mean, go through it slowly, take your time and to understand it, because what I see is that, it may not be possible to, grasp all of this in just one sitting. So it takes some time. You try something, then you leave it for some time, again come back, and then things get better. Okay, so don't get flustered. Like if first time it's not making much sense, it's okay, it's perfectly all right, and it's normal also. Okay, so here there are some set of files. Okay, so I've just opened the the set of files in the code which is not filled. So this is directly from the website, and so all these, there are a bunch of files that you see there, and so there are these two files, right, that they've said that you will be making edits. So if you look at the structure of these files, like it's all like highly modularized code, and you have classes and functions within it. So in some places you have to fill. So all it, even there's good documentation within the code itself. So these are all functions that you shouldn't be editing. What you should edit, they have mentioned it here. Okay, so something like this, your code here. So that's where you insert your code. So you see that there's a depth first search, there's a breadth first search, and all these various other algorithms. So you're going to put in the code in these parts. Okay, so ensure that you don't change any of the function names or the inputs to the function. You only need to write the body of these functions. Okay.
And can we add some helper functions inside this code?
Yeah, you can write helper functions. That is possible, but don't change the existing functions themselves. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then another thing is, most of these, if you see the, the way you execute these files, okay, apart from the auto grader, it starts with this pacman.py. So that's where all the, main code is written. I mean, the main function. So you'll have to see this and kind of go into these functions just to get a sense of how the code is running. I mean, what is the flow of this code? And so it's not very critical to understand like all of these files. I think it may not be very productive at this point to go through everything, but of course, like soon as you write your code, like if you are interested, you are encouraged to look at it. Okay, but it's not, for the purposes of this lab, it's not very critical to understand all files. Okay. Somebody has a question. Akshat, you have a question? Or...
No.
Okay, fine. So, so the most critical files they've listed here. Okay, so search.py search agents where you will make edits, and these are some helper files. So pacman.py, that's where it all starts. And then we saw about states and everything, right? State space, successor functions. So all that will be there in, these game.py. Okay, I think game, or yeah, maybe it's game.py only. So you have this agent, then there are these get action functions and this configuration. So this has all the information about pacman, the positions and all that. Okay, and this generate the successor functions and all this, and agent state. So this is where you have the state of an agent. So this is useful to just go through to understand like how are they storing the states. Okay, so in the initial few parts of this this exercise, you will work on just the algorithms. The states will already be there. Okay, but for the later questions, there'll be some things where you will also have to design the states. Okay, so it helps to just get an idea about what is going on here. And systematically you can follow these instructions and see, like, first thing they say is, there is some agent which they've already coded, this go west agent. So you run that and observe the outputs first. That is the very first step. Okay, and then even this, so this tiny maze search, right? This is in search.py. Here you have there's some it's a toy function which is implemented. So it returns the sequence of moves. So you just try to run this. So they have also told you how you can run this. I guess they have, yeah. So yeah, this tiny maze search, right? So go through all these instructions, see how the code behaves. Okay, and just try to, like, when this is the instructions, right? So you try to find this function go west agent, see what is there, what is written inside. And here you have this tiny maze search. So you just try executing it, try printing something, see what happens on the terminal. Okay, so that's how you have to understand these functions. And even in your depth first search, when you go inside here, there are some things that are written here, like print these out. Okay, you should definitely try to print these out, others you will not know what kind of state information is there. And what kind of data structures, you won't have an idea at all unless you run it. And once you run it, then you can, you'll get more ideas on what else you want to print and just see for yourself. Okay, so that's about this. And anytime, just feel free to ask me or any of the TAs also. Okay. So yeah, I think, yeah, that's about it for now. All I want to say is, like, don't lose your patience, because this takes some bit of effort, and initially it would seem like, what is going on, nothing is clear. But once you start systematically trying to print things and see for yourself, things will get clear. Okay, and I actually, once you build the first function, so the first question, if you do it and if you're able to successfully do it, then you will see that others also will get easy as you go along. So the first one takes a lot of time to get there, to understand what's happening. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I have to say. Any questions or any concerns? No questions, no concerns? All right. So, in that case, maybe, yeah, we can stop here for now. Um, yeah, we can. Yeah, I will leave it to you guys to work on the labs and figure out. Okay. Uh, all right. So maybe we'll just stop here for today. Okay. Akanksha, anything you want to say?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. All right, then. So we can end the call unless you have any questions. So thanks, everyone.